Hello all, welcome to another quick learning. Today we're going to be going over how to do a waterfall chart in Google Sheets. So if you don't know what a waterfall chart is, I put an example here of what we're going to be creating. So a waterfall chart is you start with some value and then you go down for negative values and up for positive values, and then you end at some number. So in this case I'm going to be going over cash flow. So what's the amount of cash that we have over the year? So we start with $1,000 in cash, and then in January we lose 100, and then in February we lose another 300, and then it goes up 1,400, and so on until we end up with 3151 in cash at the end of December. All right. So how do we create this? So what you will have for data is you'll have this column and this column, and you'll have to create these columns right here. So if you just have those columns, all you would do is go ahead and select 5 columns and then insert to the left, and then you've got the columns set up and just label them base, end, down, up, and start. So the first one you would deal with is start. So that just equals your first number in your cash flow. And then the next number you would calculate is, let's go with up, and that would equal the max of this number here and 0. So what we're trying to accomplish with the up is just get the positive values. So you can see it captures all the positive values, and then everything else is 0. And the down is similar. In this case we do the min of the value here and 0. And the only difference is we don't want a negative value, so we want to put a negative in front of the min, so it will turn the negative values into a positive number. And if you drag that down, you'll see that it captures all the negative values and turns them into positive values. All right. So then we have to calculate the base, and the base is what represents these kind of empty values here that you don't see in the graph. So what the base equals is you're going to take the previous value, so this is just empty. Actually, first we'll do sum. So it's going to be sum of this previous value, comma, and then we're going to do both the up and the start. And then we're going to subtract off the down value for that column, so in this case D3, and that's going to give us our base, and we can pull this down. And then in the end column we're just going to take the last part of this calculation and we're going to paste it there. Sorry, what we'll do is we'll recreate that calculation. So sum, previous number, the up and the start, close that, and then minus the down, which there shouldn't be any down, but so the down of that row. You could skip this actually. Let's just skip that. All right, so then we've got, this is our ending value for the graph, so this is the last bar of that graph. So now we just have to graph it. So I'm going to move this, our example, over. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to select these rows, our labels here, and then the base, end, down, up, and start. We're going to go to insert, we're going to do chart. So it's going to give you this chart here. What we need to do is go to stacking, which is standard. All right. So now you see it looks different from this graph already. So first thing we're going to do is select base, and then we'll have the series over here, and we want to change the color here to none. So then we can't see those base values. They're hidden. And then we're going to go to the down, and we're going to change this to red. Let's pick on that little shade of red. And then the up is already green, so we'll just leave that as is. The start will change to gray color. It's kind of neutral. All right, and then you've got your waterfall chart. So you can put, chart axis and title labels and such on there. My wonderful waterfall chart, etc. And you can format it however you want. I have some other videos on how to format charts if you want to look at those. In this case, you would look at the column one. But it's pretty simple over here just to select those things like legend and such. We can change that. We can put that over to the right if we want instead. And maybe we give the bottom and the right axes or left axes some labels. But that's all you need to do to create a waterfall chart, and you can see it starts with this value and then it goes down by the red values, and then it goes up by the green values, and you can see it ends up at the 3151. So the point of this graph is to show either what months of the year or what different activities contribute to both positively or negatively the total outcome at the end. So this is used a lot in financial analysis. All right, thank you very much.